Hi students, good morning. Now we are going to deal with the chapter time and global state. So time is every computer will have a physical clock involved in it, and this clock will maintain a time, and this time will deviate between the different systems involved in the network. So to synchronize that time, we need algorithms. So in this topic, we'll see about the importance of this timestamp and the algorithms involved to synchronize these physical clocks. And the next word is global state. So set of local state of all the individual process plus state of the communication channels is called as global state. So this topic we are going to see about the time and the global state of the process. Let's go to the next slide. So in this slide, we are going to see about the clocks, events and the process states. We all know that every computer is associated with a physical clock to timestamp the events that is happening. So apart from this physical clock, the machines also have vertical clocks and logical clocks to maintain the ordering of events. Now let us see what event is. When computers want to communicate, they will do the transaction using the message passing. So the process of passing the message is called as events, and for each event, number of processes are involved in it. So these processes will have different states attained on an event when an event will happen. So in the coming slides, we'll have a brief discussion on clocks, events and process states. See, each process can deal with or cause multiple events. At the same time, each event can be associated with multiple processes. So when the events change, the process state will also change. Now, the series of events that takes place at some time stamp, we call that as ordering of the events. Next is the clocks. So to order these events and to maintain the time, we need clocks. So every computer has a physical clock embedded in it. Now this physical clock will timestamp the date and the time that an event is happening. But this physical clock is not of same time in all the clocks. So the difference in time between the two clocks, we call it as clock skew. And also these clocks are not working at the same speed. So the difference in the speed, the clocks count the time is called as clock drift. Now to maintain this difference, we need to go for coordinated universal time. To synchronize this, UTC is for synchronizing the physical clock so that a global time can be maintained. So this picture shows the clock skew in a computer network. See here, 4 systems are connected to a network and each system is maintaining its own physical clock. But the timing in the clocks are not same. First clock, the time is 4. Second clock, it is 4:02. Third clock, it is 3:55. And the fourth clock, it is 4:05. Now, the difference in these timing of the physical clock is called as clock skew. So in this slide, we are going to see about the synchronizing the physical clocks. Synchronizing is adjusting the time of the clock so that we will get a feel that it is happening at the same time. Now for synchronizing, we have three methods. One is the UTC method, second one is the Christian methods, and third one is the Berkeley algorithms. In the coming slides, we will see one by one. Max is the maximum upper bound on message transmission time, and min is the minimum message transmission time that can be taken between the two systems. Now, if a message has been sent from node P at a time t and it is assumed to arrive at node Q at time t dash, then t dash minus t is the time taken by the message to travel from P to Q. Now, based on this, the clock is synchronized at node Q with the clock in node P using the formula t plus max plus min by 2.